Brady, what is the, you know, what did you learn from it, and how does it apply to this team, and why did this team kind of need that experience to get ready for this season?
I think it's just like sticking together. Obviously I already knew the guys were great guys, but just getting to know them better off the court, I think just translates so much to, synchronicity on the court. Um, and like when you have a group of guys that are all bought in and they're really, really talented players, it's kind of like the last step, you know. Obviously it's great that we don't have a lot of transfers. But even the guys that we've had, like, I bonded a lot with Fletch, I bonded a lot with Braden, I bonded a lot with, guys that, maybe have been around for a long time, but I haven't had that extended time with, and suffered a lot with. So it was really enjoyable for me.
Matt talked about this part of having those guys in here was to help communication. And how much does that need to carry over, and how much lessons did you learn from the SEALs as far as communication goes?
Yeah, with the SEALs, it's everything. Like I said, so I mean, when you're doing push-ups and you have to go, cadence with everybody else, and you have to listen, you have to do all the simple things to perfection. That, I'm trying to explain, like that just simple. We had Braden, Fletch, we had some of the leaders on our team instructs us through it, and then we had to listen. And so like when we're playing ball screen defense, it's the reverse of that, right? So it'll be the bigs, and we have to talk, we have to communicate, and then the guards have to listen. So it's that same kind of thing, whether you're taking over the command and helping your teammate out, or they're helping you out. Just that kind of bonding. And so I thought it was really good. Like I said, if we're lucky that if we don't communicate, we lose a basketball game. If they don't communicate, it can be very, very bad. So I mean, we're learning from the best. So it was good.
Thank you.
I want to talk to you. I'm sorry if they've asked you already, but kind of about embracing the situation you're in, where you go in and a lot of people are saying this is a national championship, a Final Four team, in a lot of ways maybe comparable to a couple of years ago. But some people say they avoid the outside noise. I think you guys can't. You kind of have to embrace it, right?
Yeah, it's really funny because my grandpa always used to be mad when people would talk about like participation trophies. And he used to get so mad. And I think I actually, my mom called me the other day. She was like, congrats, you got, preseason All-American. I'm like, preseason All-American? Like, that's an award I haven't even played yet. So, I mean, I just imagine what my grandpa would say when you haven't even played yet, and they're giving you awards. So it's one of those things. It translates to the team, right? We're picked number one, but we haven't played. And so I think we internally know we're going to be really good. I've been a part of a lot of open gyms. But when we play Rutgers, our first Big Ten game there, it's going to be a tough game. And they're ready to beat us. And so, I mean, we just got to be ready for it.
How beneficial is it that even in pickup games during practice, you're sometimes playing better competition there than maybe you're going to see in some games this year, just with the second five or whatever, the lineups end up being during practice?
Yeah, that's really helpful. I remember we played Auburn last year, and I think it kind of shocked everybody just how good, how physical they were. And so, like, when I get to, as a big, go against Daniel, go against Oscar, go against all the bigs that we have on this team, it really helps me for the game, and then vice versa. I mean, we've played ones a lot after practice, and so when you're playing against the top, people that are going to play in the NBA, people that are going to be, all league players like all the time, it's very helpful. And same for the guards, same for everybody. So when you have competitive practices like that, it's only going to make you better.
One thing about this team is there's going to be really good players who only get 15 minutes a game, right? As someone who used to be in that role, what do you teach them about how to maximize those minutes?
Well, I mean, I think that's the big thing, just maximizing the minutes, right? You don't know how long, when you're going to get in, how long you're going to play, but I think it's, continuing the work, continuing to stay positive, and whenever you get in, just do your best and staying ready. You never know. I was lucky. I forget the certain games. I think Illinois was one game a couple years ago, and we had Zach where he was either in foul trouble or something, and I had to come in. I had, played a really good game. And so I think that, built some confidence in the coach, and then I got to play a little bit more. But no matter how many minutes you play, you got to, be able to come in and positively affect the game.
Trey, I don't know if you've been asked yet, but you expect to play mostly center this year, or I'm sorry, mostly forward?
Yes, yeah.
How does that change things for you, if at all?
Honestly, it doesn't a lot. I'll be on the perimeter. I'll be handling the ball a little bit more. I'll be doing some other things, but the bulk of what I do is going to stay the same, to be honest with you. I'm still going to be in the short rolls. I'm still going to be, this time we have Daniel underneath the paint where I can throw that lob. So it's a little bit easier. But, a lot of just different looks this year. But I think the bulk of what I do is going to stay the same.
Just how much does your passing kind of get to emerge now?
Yeah, I think a lot more. Obviously, last year you saw a little bit in the short rolls, but just being able to get those, high-low looks, being able to, set the guards up. I think it's going to be something that, hopefully people see how good of a passer I am.
You're looking for the dump down now, though, instead of the kind of kick out, probably. Does that change anything in terms of how you read the situation?
Not really. I think I'll be looking for the dump down more. Are you talking about on the short rolls?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you have a 7-footer, if that guy helps at all, it's going to be a lob to Daniel. But it honestly just depends. They may commit everybody to me on the short roll, so it's going to be a game by game basis. We'll scout the team, figure out what they do, but no, I'm going to be trying to look for anybody. Fletch has threes more than two. So.
The size next to you, that can make you a better rebounder too, can it? Just the space those
Yeah,
guys
I think
occupy.
personally that's something I'm the most excited for. Because people don't understand when I'm playing somebody that's 50, 60 pounds heavier than I am. It's hard to continuously box them out and try to go rebound too. And so now it's the reverse. I'm hitting a guy that some teams, the fours don't even rebound. Or I'm hitting a guy that is much smaller than me. I think I'm going to be one of the top rebounders in the league. That's my goal.
How much does it matter? You remember playing in Zach's blast radius a couple years ago, and how much space does that open up for guys to kind of get the putback opportunities?
Say it again. What do you mean?
How much does the space occupied by size matter for that guy crashing in terms of abilities to get the offensive rebounds?
Okay, yeah. A lot, because they're going to be sending, obviously Oscar was one of the best rebounders in the country last year, and so they're going to be sending a lot of guys to him and Daniel, and so when they're clearing guys out, it just, like you said, it just allows me those second chance points.
How are you better this year, do you think?
Am I better this year? I think I'm smarter. I'm a lot smarter this year knowing what we're doing. I think that's the biggest thing, but I also think I'm going to be playing with, players that are a year older. I'm going to be playing with, people that have grown a lot, and so I think they're going to make me look better than I was last year just because they've improved a lot. As Braden says, if he's passing to people who can't shoot, he's not going to get assists, but he's passing to really good players.
What kind of approach do you guys have to take to this season, given the expectations, and what did you learn 2 years ago about how to handle that day-to-day, consistency and all the expectations on you?
Yeah, I think that's player-by-player basis. I like to go on each day trying to do the same thing. I like trying to be consistent, just attack every single day, and then I don't have to worry about building up for a big game or a low game or that kind of thing. So I just try to approach practice, try to dominate every time I step on the floor.
Trey, what's impressed you most about the newcomers on the team?
There's so much. It's obviously their skill level. They each add something to the team, bring, unique skill to the team. I could go one by one. They're also great guys. Oscar said he camps on the beach. I was like, I don't even know what that is. And so a lot of them have a lot of unique stories, and so it's just been cool getting to know the new guys. But they're all really, special and talented. So it's been cool to kind of step back and watch them develop as individual players.